Hey guys, this is Robert. I'm your friendly neighborhood bud tender. We're down here at Honu in Longview. We're getting ready to do this walkthrough, so let's go ahead and check this out. I'm down here with John with Honu. Tell me, what got you guys started in this? What was the moment you're like, you know what we're doing? We're getting into the weed industry.
We flew to Hawaii as a family vacation. My wife and I decided to let our family know that we were going to open a marijuana business. We're going to open a business together. Let's make a family business. And at that time, a sea turtle.
The Ohana, if you will.
That's right. A sea turtle swam up, and my brother went and asked, what is the local Hawaiian word for sea turtle? And they said Honu. And we knew that right off the bat, since that was a long life animal, it was a peaceful animal, that's what we wanted to bring to the marijuana industry.
That's a great story, man. As a decision was made, you know, the spirit animal of your shop, if you will, decided to appear itself.
In Hawaii, enjoying a beer on the beach.
Awesome, but you also have up here, what is this, Best Edible Company? When did you win that?
So in December last year, through the Dope magazine, we won the industry award for Best Edible Company. Also in 2016, we won Best in Packaging and Best in Design for our logo, for our name, recognizable brand. Yeah, and then in the early days, we were a lot bigger in growing than we are today. But we won a cannabis cup in Kitsap County. There's a store out there, Highway 420.
Yep, I know it.
And they loved our strawberry cough so much that they submitted it in the Klickitat County Cannabis Cup, and we won gold.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and get in there and take a look at your operation, man.
Let's go take a look. This is the joint.
So awesome. This is your joint room. Now, you said you're not doing grow as much, so is this something that's going to be, you're still going to be doing as in packaging and buying in bulk, or? Absolutely.
So one of the largest trends in the industry right now is purchasing of joints. Mm-hmm. Joints and concentrates is growing faster than anything else in the industry. We source product from trusted vendors.
Okay.
So whether that's indoor flower or outdoor or hoop house, we actually go to their farms, we inspect them, we look at their methodologies of growing, their pesticide uses, we test for pesticides, and then we will always have a joint division.
So to make sure that they meet the Honu standards. But what's your process? You guys just blend, pack, and package, or?
Yeah, so we're capable of doing a little over 2,000 joints a day, and interested in stepping that game up to about 5,000 joints a day, actually. And when I say joints, they're actually the cones.
Okay.
So they're a pre-roll.
Besides trying to expand how many joints that you're producing a day, do you guys have anything else in the works, like that terpeno that you got?
Yeah, so we do infused joints also. Right now we have some high CBD flower that we're looking to add some high CBD oil to. So to really take, for someone looking for more of a joint for specific purposes.
Mm-hmm. That more physical relaxation, muscle tension, letting go.
Yeah, but maybe not as much of a head high.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a little bit less of a head high or a body high. They're just looking for that relaxation, like you said.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see the kitchen now. You about ready?
Yeah, let's go take a look at the kitchen.
Check it out.
All right, so about 30 feet down the hall here is the kitchen.
Okay. And this was one of the very first things you built, right? The kitchen?
This is one of the very first things we built. Mm-hmm. It was really small in the beginning.
I gotta say right off the bat, it smells simply amazing in here.
Yeah, the chocolate smell, the coconut.
So this is really what you guys are known for. Why did you choose edibles right off the bat?
So in medical, when we had our medical marijuana dispensary in the Vancouver area, we used to make 7-layer bars. We used to make Chex Mix, infused olive oils. We had a ton of different stuff we made, and we sold more of that than we did the flower in medical.
Okay.
And so we knew getting into recreational that edibles was going to be a big thing for us.
How difficult was it to transition to the limit of 10 milligrams of THC that you have in medicals in the I-502 market than the amount that you could put in, say, the medical market?
So I would say for some people it's probably difficult. My brother is a math wizard. My wife is a nurse for 26 years, so a recipe item is all it became for us. Okay. We built some very specific proprietary calculators to account for waste, to account for other products that, you know, or product that may have stuck to the bowl, spatula. So we came up with those type of things, so we're spot on. We are always either 9.6 to 10.0 on every edible we make.
Nice.
And actually really more like 9.9 to 10.0.
What's in the future for you guys now on this? I know you guys had like new products coming out for a while there often. Do you have anything else in the works coming out?
We do. So we have 4 different cookies that we have actually already gotten approved through the LCB, and those will be launching very soon. Part of the reason we haven't is we're waiting for a large cooling tunnel. so that when the cookies are baked and made, they just go right through this cooling tunnel, pop out the other end, and we can just keep reusing the molds and stuff. So that should be here any day now. I say that, but I said that 3 weeks ago too. It's still not here.
Awesome. So where are we going next?
So next we will go into extraction.
Okay. Awesome. And this is brand new stuff, right?
This is. So we've had BHO extraction since the same time the kitchen came up. We started BHO, but we also have ethanol and CO2 extraction today.
Awesome. Man, I look forward to it. Let's go ahead and get going.
Okay. So this is our extraction lab. We have a large variety of extraction, capable of doing over 300 pounds of extraction a day.
Woo! And you just expanded it, right?
We did.
Awesome.
Yes.
So you just expanded this room. You said you've been doing BHO extraction from the beginning?
We have. So we fired up the kitchen in September of 2015, and in November, the extraction lab was up and running. The BHO.
BHO.
Yes.
And now you've gone to CO2 and
ethanol.
And ethanol?
And PHO.
And PHO.
Which is propane.
Okay, and are you finding better, or is it because of better yields, or are you just looking because the market's better in those areas? Or
everything. So it depends on what the client wants. So we sell bulk oil to 20 other producers and processors. Some people will run from propane or butane. We strive for very clean products. So the state limit is 500 parts per million in residual butane. We strive for 100 or less. We don't always hit it, but that's our goal.
Yeah, that's way better than what I've seen in the market before.
Yeah, so depending upon what you're making, other producers or processors, may want an ethanol extraction to use in their products, or maybe they want what some are considered as the cleanest method, and that's CO2. It's really about what your goal is, and what we're trying to be is a producer processor that supplies oil to the state. Why develop your own extraction lab? Let Honu, run your product and turn it into the oil that you desire.
Especially with the quality that you guys are putting out. I mean, why wouldn't somebody want such a good quality thing? But like your grams, I've seen them as around $25 end market. Right.
Well, we feel that it's been overpriced for a long time. The industry as a whole has overpriced concentrates. So we set our profit margin, and we're happy to continue to do that. If we can get product cheaper, our profit margin stays the same. The product is cheaper to the end user.
And what's your favorite dab as far as?
I love live resin. So live resin, the marijuana smells the best the day you harvest it. And how do you capture that and put it into a concentrate? You take it, freeze it, and run it in extraction immediately. And that's what we do. So that's my favorite product. The terpene profile is usually a lot higher on something like that. There are other reasons why someone might want an ethanol dab though, or a CO2, because maybe they don't care to have all that terpene profile. They just want something that's just going to bang out real quickly. I mean, myself, I love the taste and smell of marijuana.
So where are we heading to next, man? I'm excited. So is that this is where everything goes before it goes out. This is where you're packaging it up, you're throwing on your SKU numbers, and you're sending them out to the shops.
All of our inventory is in here.
Right, you have to track this from the moment the stuff comes into the shop until the moment it goes out. That's got to be a daunting task, and this is where your quality control, you're making sure everything has been tracked. This is the hub for that, right?
Seed to sell tracking is what the state mandated, and the Cole memo said. We will stay away from states that legalize marijuana as long as you can track it from the moment it's made to the moment it goes into the store.
Okay.
And so absolutely. So everything is barcoded. Okay. Everything is tracked back within BioTrack. You can find out when it was made, when its expiration dates are, every bit of that.
Awesome. Yeah. So your operation here, how does it work? Is it pretty smooth getting the stuff out? I know you said you have a lot of different SKU numbers for all the different products that you're doing right now. How's that wearing on your cost and all that?
Well, so recently, it's been about 2 months now, we actually moved one of our packagers into inventory. So he lives and breathes there every day.
Okay.
He gets here, he's there from the time he starts till the time he leaves. So nothing comes into his room or leaves his room without him actually checking it, reweighing it, making sure the barcodes are correct, has it actually been converted in the BioTrack system to a usable marijuana product, and then it goes on our inventory and our menu from that point. So then when an order comes in, we have what I call like an air traffic controller. Order comes in, he prints off the order, makes sure it matches the inventory we actually have, he distributes it to the right departments, and then the order gets filled. From that point, then someone does a QA check on it. I can actually show you. Once it's QA checked, it actually has the store that it's going to, Greener Today here, where it's at in Bothell, because there's multiple of a lot of stores. Then it'll have what's on here, whether it's bag 1 of 2 or bag 1 of 1. And the amount that's in there, and then the actual barcode is right on the front of it.
And ready to go.
Ready to go. So it's been quality controlled and is ready, hopefully with 0 mistakes.
Perfect. Yeah, and I got to say, it seems like you have a really smooth operation here. I mean, and your employees, you must be proud of every single one of them.
We are. We're very proud of them. And we tell everyone that you own it. So if you see something that does not meet your quality standards, stop the whole line. It doesn't matter. Raise that question to an owner or your manager, and make sure that we all are on the same page. We can't be in every single room watching everything that's being done, so we rely on our employees to make those type of judgment calls, and feel free to stop whatever you're doing and question something if you don't think it's right.
This is one of the neatest walkthroughs I think I've done so far, you know what I mean? Especially the diversity that you guys have. Did you expect to be so diverse when you got into this, or did it just kind of organically grow in that direction?
Well, one of the things we set out as a family ownership team, we said in the very beginning, is that we were going to be fluid, because we didn't know where the industry was going, and we didn't want to base everything on Colorado, because Washington's a completely different state and a different population. So we said we were going to be fluid. We were big growers in the very beginning. We're much less of a grower now, so there's part of our fluid. We're going where the market takes us. And you know, we didn't know that we were going to be known for our edibles, and we were going to be such a big edible producer processor. But we did have a high quality product, and we stood behind it. So we're still fluid today. If tomorrow we need to shift and we need to make more joints, we will. If we need to make more coconut snowballs, we will.
That's awesome, dude. All right, so we're walking out of here now, right? Is there another location? That's it?
You've seen the building.
All right, well, let's go out in front, man, and say our goodbyes. Hey, and I gotta say, you have quite the diverse thing going on here. I mean, you really have gotten into pretty much every aspect of the producer-processor side that I think you're allowed to get into.
We have. We are launching tinctures. We're launching a whole bunch of other things now too. So we've gotten into just about every bit of cannabis.
That's awesome. So, man, I mean, like, what's in the future for Honu? I mean, like, you guys are a turtle. Turtles live long. They travel great distances. Yep. What's the next distance for you? Well,
so just like Nike, just like sun-kissed oranges, we want Honu to be a household name. So we're in the process right now of expanding into 3 other states, and we have to be very careful how we do that. And eventually we would like to be in Germany. We would like to be global.
That is the goal to have, I think, in today's industry, man. I have to thank you so much for everything that you showed us, man. It was the most amazing walkthrough I think I've done thus far. And
well, thanks
I really
for your time. I appreciate it
too. Thank you, man. You have a great day.
Yeah, thanks. You too.
All of our vape formulations are recreated with naturally occurring terpenes that are derived from natural sources as well as cannabis, depending on how we're performing our extraction. So, but again, I mean, to emphasize on the fact that this is bulk oil, and nobody else in the state is really passing off bulk oil distillate to the degree that we are.
This is one of the first products on the market that's designed to enhance the female's experience. So whereas Viagra for years has been for men, they found that topical cannabis increases pleasure sensations, increases intensity of orgasm for women.